Hey guys, Kenny here. Sorry, I'm here to review the new science fiction uh, creature thriller, Super 8, directed by J.J. Abrams and executive produced by Steven Spielberg. I saw it at 11:45 a.m. today, Saturday, June 11th, and this was a very unique experience. Obviously, we know what the basic story is about. It's about these uh, young children, kids who are making this little, making their own film, and it's pretty interesting what they're wanting to do with that film. And then while they're filming, a major train accident occurs because of a truck driving in front of it, and then that makes this massive train accident and explosions happen. And then, because of the accident, there's this creature escapes uh, from the cargo cars that were on the train, and then it starts wreaking havoc on the little town that these young kids live in. This was fantastic, very phenomenal. I loved all the acting from the young kids. But Elle Fanning, she blew my mind. I didn't there was I didn't see what's it called, Phoebe in Wonderland. I never saw that, but I've heard that it's good, and I think this had stretched her acting and made her and showed more of a range in her acting. I really enjoyed the boy who played uh, the son of the deputy in the town. I think I know. I think deputy in the town. I think he's the sheriff, and then and the sheriff is played by Kyle Chandler, who I've seen many times before this. He was in Friday Night Lights, the movie and the TV show. He was in another earlier TV show called Early Edition, which I highly recommend for anyone is who likes his acting or is a fan of him. I think you should rewatch that. I highly recommend Early Edition, and I really did like this kind of a he's probably the tallest kid in the one of the tallest kids in the group, and he's this uh, heavy set boy, and he's the director of the film that they're working on. He's making it. I don't want to give away what the film is about that he's actually making. It's never really explained the what really the film he's making is, but I'm not going to give away what the core idea of it is. He was fantastic. And there's this movie reviewer on here, YouTube, who Tom Chattelbash, and he said if anyone can point out who who what kid resembles him, I think it's the heavyset kid that resembles Tom Chattelbash. No, none of the other kids resemble him. And I there was also this. I really liked how the the armed forces or the army in this was sort of depicted as the bad guy or the villain of the story. That was an interesting touch. I didn't expect that. And I've just overall Super 8 was a mind blowing experience. I really felt like I was like seeing E.T. in the theater again. It felt like that new grand experience. Like it almost felt like I was seeing the first film of my life ever, and that I and it kept and it set the standard for how films were to to be as I got older. It really felt like I was back in my growing up years, and even the creature that's in this, I I really actually was blown away by it. I thought it was very well, uh, let's say, portrayed, because we see glimpses of it here and there. Yeah, and it's really incredible how the end result of what happens with that creature as the end of the movie comes. So, ew, I'm trying not to give a whole lot away, but I hope I'm not. But Super 8, what an experience! Wow, it was just uh, so well done. Um, I really liked the special effects in it, like the train explosion. It was a mixture. Really looked like it was a mixture of visual effects, and then special effects, real explosions, and then the visual effect of the train, and then the real train. That was a beautiful blend, and that really is one of the more jaw-dropping train accidents that I've seen in recent years. But it really, the one train accident that it reminded me of was the train accident in the 1993 suspense thriller The Fugitive, which I think I've also reviewed. Uh, so, I loved everything about this movie. If there was anything I didn't um, like the ending seemed a little too much, was a little too reminiscent of E.T. Would have been much much more interesting to see what J.J. Abrams would have done if he had went with a slightly different angle on the ending. But that's the only thing that I can think of that's just a little uh, not right. But the ending would still fit with the rest of the movie, in my opinion. So I truly recommend Super 8 highly. I This is probably my favorite movie of the year so far, and really there have been a lot of really great films this year. Oh, this summer already is going fantastic. I can see it getting better and better. And Super 8 really did set the bar high, big time, for the rest of the summer. And I think if this is still very brand new, so if anyone hasn't seen Super 8 yet, I highly recommend it. Super 8, and I saw it in the digital uh, projection. It wasn't IMAX, but it was still good enough, and I just love this all the way through. I can't think. This the story f- came together so very well from the first scene to the last. It all fit together like a one complete whole. Nothing really was out of place. The acting, the storytelling, I even like the locations that were used. It's really all one area, one location, but it's still I felt like it could fit anywhere else in any other location in the world. So I highly recommend Super 8. So stay cool and roll out to the movies. Bye.